Every now and then, we get to watch a power play out in real time. And when it does, it's always a mastermind behind the scenes. And right now, we're watching one of the greatest strategic assassinations in hip hop executed in real life that can be referenced back to the 48 Laws of Power. This is how 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, aka the top troll on the internet, because 50 Cent be trolling, use pure strategy, pressure, and patience to bring down a man that many people thought was untouchable. Sean Diddy Combs, P. Diddy, Brother Love. So look here, before we get emotional, before we get caught up in the gossip, let's look at the strategy, because what 50 Cent did wasn't an accident. It was a masterclass of psychological warfare. Because Diddy was a giant. Diddy been on since the early 90s. Or he got it started in the early 90s, but he been on for a minute. And he been protected by fame. He been protected by power, his networks. And 50 Cent always moved like a calculated thinker. He's always moved like that. And when you study both the 48 Laws of Power and 50 Cent's personal vision, the 50th law, then you start to understand something. 50 Cent plays the long game, and he plays to win. We already know he don't have no quit to him. So what are the key laws that 50 used? Law 5, guard your reputation with your life. For years, reputation sat on the shaky foundation for Diddy. Rumors, lawsuits, whispers, but nothing ever stuck. When you think about the P. Diddy situation, I'm sorry, not the P. Diddy, but when you think about the Tupac situation, when you think about the L.B. Shore situation, when you think about the Kim Porter situation, when you think about the Kid Cudi situation, it's always been rumors circulating around about Diddy. And the thing is, 50 didn't attack physically like most non-thinkers would do. He attacked his reputation. And once that reputation goes, the man follows. 50 also used Law 6, court attention at all costs. 50 Cent is the master of controlling the public's attention. But instead of getting lost in the noise, he created his own noise. He didn't just command the scandal or the scandals that P. Diddy was involved in. He didn't just post memes, which we all know 50 Cent is known for, but he built an entire documentary, a narrative weapon, where he shaped the narrative. It was really a strategic spotlight, which is why it's the #1 viewed show on Netflix right now. It was a storyline that 50 Cent now controls. It's cold, even with me saying this. 50 Cent got the #1 documentary. And he connected the dots to a lot of people that was really scared to come out against Diddy. Which brings me to the next law that 50 Cent used amongst the 48 Laws of Power, which is Law 15. Crush your enemy totally. 50 Cent learned this early. Never hurt your enemy. You must destroy your enemy. End the threat. It wasn't just a diss track. It wasn't just trolling. But this was a total destruction of public opinion. The one arena where Diddy couldn't protect himself. When the documentary hit #1, the public's perception shifted permanently, in my opinion. And that perception is power. Ain't that kind of ironic? 50 Cent got a show that he executive produced called Power. Yeah. But let me keep connecting the dots. Law 33. Another law that 50 Cent used to his advantage. Discover each man's thumb screw. And this law really is about finding what your enemy fears most. What have they been hiding? What pressures them? For Diddy, the thumbscrew is obvious. His past, his reputation, the stories that people were scared to tell, the stories that were never told. 50 Cent exposed the one thing Diddy feared, and that was public accountability. That brings me to the 50th Law, which is also the title of a book that 50 Cent co-wrote with Robert Greene, the author of the 48 Laws of Power. The 50th Law: fear nothing. Fearlessness, boldness, acting while everybody else hesitated. Why did everybody else hesitate when he did so many people wrong? See, most people in the industry wouldn't dare breathe the wrong way about Diddy. Lawsuits, power, retaliation, plus the industry protected him. The industry protected Diddy. But we all know 50 don't give a damn. 50 Cent wasn't afraid of the consequences. The man had already been shot 9 times. 9 times. He ain't got no blood. That's a Feel a Black Hat movie, in case y'all was wondering, man. Check it out. So 50 weaponized fearlessness. While everyone else watched the scandal unfold quietly, 50 stepped right into the spotlight. He was fearless, he was calculated, he was intentional, and plus we all know 50 Cent's baby mama is but a mere puppet to P. Diddy. And that won't sit right with any man. I don't care how high of a mountain he sit on. 50 Cent not excluded. So now we see the 50th law in motion. The greatest fear people have is the unknown. And if you become comfortable with the uncertainty, no one can control you. That's a quote from the 50th law. Diddy thrive because people fear him. 50 thrive because he fears no one. Y'all seen that video with 50 Cent when he ran out on stage while Jay-Z and T.I. was performing? 50 Cent wasn't supposed to be on the stage. What'd he do? He ran out on stage with a bottle of water and just started running circles around Jay-Z and T.I. I don't think it was really no shade towards T.I. I think it was shade towards Jay-Z, to where 50 was like, bro, I don't care if you Jay-Z. I'm 50 Cent. So yeah, 50 fears no one, and I think everybody know, man, cause 50 is what? The biggest troll, like I stated earlier. So why does 50 win? He never really acts emotionally like so many other people do when they want to get some get back. That's what separates him from everybody else. That's what separates 50 from a lot of broke artists out here. See, 50 don't really rush into things. He don't reach out because of anger. He don't fight battles that don't benefit him. He'll wait. He'll study his opponent. And then he'll strike at the perfect moment. When the lawsuits came, when the raids came, when the allegations came, 50 didn't create that. He just positioned himself to capitalize on that. You saw the same thing with BMF, with the falling out between 50 Cent and Big Meech, right? But that also plays into Law 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. This is one of my favorite laws of the 48 Laws of Power. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. So he wasn't really joking. 50 was building public momentum. See, y'all think when 50 be putting out these little memes, they just memes, but nah. It's a strategy to everything. You soften the target up a little bit, you set the stage a little bit, and now the world sees what he wanted them to see. So this is the genius behind 50's strategy, right? This is 50 Cent's brilliance coming from 3 things, right? 1, he understands people. He sees the weakness where others sees confidence, right? 2, he understands timing. The scandal was already in motion. P. Diddy was already set up to fall. 50 just added onto the narrative and creating a little bit more pressure. 50 understood the game because power ain't about force. It's about perception, fear, reputation, and narrative. Diddy controlled the industry for decades because he controlled what? The narrative. But 50 took that away from him.